Have you ever stopped to take a moment to study the night, take a closer look? How the night sky just fills up with God's glory. Stars just move across the sky and planets illuminate. It's absolutely beautiful. And how on very special occasions we are blessed with the northern lights as they dance across the sky as if they're just moving to a sweet symphony. Or on the summer evenings, how the moonflowers open to greet the moon, releasing just the sweet, sweet smell of their nectar. How beautiful the night can truly be when we're not just focused on how dark it is. I'm currently walking through what I call a night season in my life. And the only reason why I'm able to stand here before you is because I'm being held up by the love and power of Jesus in countless numbers of prayers. You see, about 6 months ago, my husband was diagnosed with a very aggressive colon cancer. It has been very hard on our young families. We just moved here to Washington from Minnesota 6 months prior. This diagnosis stopped our daily, regular lives right in its tracks, and just darkness covered us completely. It was so dark I could not see a single step in front of me. As I cried out to God, please just show me something, God, something that shows us we have a future together still. There's been countless amounts of tears that have fallen. Many, many questions poured out to God. This journey has been exhausting beyond belief. So tiring in ways that I can't even explain. There's been many days that I have failed as a mother to our 3 young kids. There's been many ugly fights. But quite honestly, these things don't define this journey. Actually, what defines this journey is how faithful God has been through it. And although I'm standing here before you crying my eyes out, this story is actually rather a sweet, very sweet love story. What sticks with me, what follows with me through this time in our lives is how much brighter the light of Jesus shines when we're trapped in the darkness. How intentional he has been to catch every single one of my tears. I must say that although this has been a very hard season, I haven't been a victim of fear because his love has been so strong and he's been pouring it out just so much that I've been able to stare fear in the face and call it for what it is, a liar. A liar. Do you know how much fear tries to lie to you when you are in your darkest moments? Which is why we need to be intentional about spending time with Jesus, soaking in his love, his grace, his power, because it is big enough. His love is big enough. His presence is tangible enough to get us through our darkest times. My kids are 9, 5, and 3. Every other week, I'm pretty much a single mom and a nurse to my husband. But his love has been enough. His grace has been enough. As I've been there pouring my anger out on him, he has held me. And when I go to tell him I'm sorry, he has nothing but grace. And he says to me, Jen, I know this is so hard. I love you. I am going to get you through this. I am here for you. And I will never leave you or forsake you. I have peace for you. I have joy for you. I have light for you in the darkness. And although I probably cried more in this season than any season I have ever had, I have also laughed with a deep, visceral joy that I have never had before. I laugh at things I probably shouldn't even laugh that hard at. Like, it's the funniest thing I've ever heard, and it feels so good. I feel my laughter in my heart, and it is amazing because I've learned what joy really is in the midst of this darkness. I've seen the beauty in things that I have never seen beauty in before. My passion has grown beyond what I ever thought it would. And you know what? Honestly, I've learned so much about myself. And for the first time ever, this is literally the first time I'm ever saying this out loud, I like this woman. I like me. I'm not as weak as I thought I was. I limited myself. I put myself in this box. I told myself I can't way too many times. But you know what? With Jesus, I can. And he's here to empower me. He's here to get me through this. He's here to love on my husband. He is here to meet my kids' needs every time I fall short. And all I have to do is step aside, open the door, and say, come on in. Let go of all control. It doesn't have to look the way that I want it to look. The voice of perfection is minimized. Fear has been abolished. We walk freely in his love through this season that is so incredibly dark. And you know what? I would never ask God to remove us from this time. Instead, I just want what he has for us through it. He sees this as an opportunity to bring healing and a new foundation to our family. Strength and courage. He is showing me how big he is, and he is way bigger than I'd ever imagined. When we started this journey, I told him point blank, you are not enough. I need a community. I need people. I need hugs. I need this. I need that. But you know what? I can stand here now, 6 months in the journey, and say he's more than enough. He's more than enough. And you know what? I'm enough too. I am his, and he is mine. And I'm loved, and I'm enough, even if I'm a useless puddle on the floor. I've learned that it's okay to just be still and be held. It's not about having to do and do and do for the Lord. It's really just about sitting with him and being loved in a time that is just so dark. And it has been beautiful. It has been so beautiful. You know, sometimes, like the moonflowers, they can only open when it's dark, when the sun is covered. There are gifts that God deposits within us. There are identities that we have within us, but they're not ready to bloom until the night comes. And in that, beautiful gifts appear. And it's truly amazing. So for those of you that are out there that might not have in their heart to celebrate Jesus because you're in so much pain, because your season is dark, it's okay. It's okay. He's still right there. You do not have to get through this season perfect. And it's okay to be weak, for he is strong in our weakness, and he is more than enough. And he will meet you right where you're at. Every day he has had to pick me up off the floor. Every day he's had to help me out of bed. Every day he's had to tell me, Jen, rest. Jen, you need to eat something. Hey, Jen, you're dehydrated. As I've been overwhelmed with everything around me. And when I'm overwhelmed, he said, it's okay too. As you're going through something that's really hard, but I'm here for you, and I'm going to be here for you every minute of every single day. You just look to me, and I'll be right here, holding you up, getting you through this, and I promise everything's going to be okay. My name is Jennifer Bergh, and this is my love story.